One of the biggest crowd pleasers of Sundance Film Festival's first week is Twinless, which presents an incisive look at grief, loneliness, and codependence through a surprisingly comedic lens. Written and directed by James Sweeney, who also stars in it, the story follows two men who meet in a twin bereavement group and bond over their pain. Dylan O'Brien is especially impressive in the project, portraying the mourning Roman in the present as well as his twin brother Rocky in flashbacks, but it is around Sweeney's character Dennis that he really comes alive. O'Brien jumped at the opportunity to not only star in Twinless, but also to make the film his first ever production credit, which he credits entirely to Sweeney's screenplay and previous performance in Straight Up. While the two men bond on and off screen, they intersect with several other characters who either share their grief or complicate their relationship. Those roles are played by a stable of excellent actors, including Lauren Graham as Roman's mother Lisa, Aisling Franciosi as Dennis' co-worker Marcy, Chris Perfetti as Rocky's friend George, and Susan Park as Dennis Bos. Sage. Screen Rant attended the Sundance premiere of Twinless, interviewing the cast about the factually improbable but emotionally true concept of the movie. While O'Brien and Sweeney were effusive about the strange yet touching bond their characters share, Franciosi was a little more reticent about how exactly her character plays into the proceedings. Park, meanwhile, shared her thoughts on how Sweeney juggled writing and directing the movie. "I think that when you write something and you direct it at the same time, you just know every little nuance and subtlety of all of the characters and situations. It's a very layered thing that's automatic." Twinless writer-director James Sweeney praises Dylan O'Brien as co-star and producer. The filmmaker also revealed one hilarious inspiration for the screenplay. Sweeney is a triple threat in Twinless, having written and directed the screenplay while also tackling the lead role of Dennis. Screen Rant asked him about the initial inspiration for the premise, and his response was a perfect microcosm of the bittersweet nostalgia and raucous laughter that the film is sure to inspire in audiences. Dylan O'Brien teases his codependent Twinless character. O'Brien also celebrates the long-awaited release of Ponyboy. Dylan O'Brien in Flashback, 2021. Screen Rant asked O'Brien about the unique concept of Twinless, the details of which should be kept hidden to best experience the film as intended, and the actor shared how much he connected not only with Roman but with Roman's attachment to Dennis. The two protagonists are polar opposites in many ways, but their bond is immediate, and the performances of each actor elevate the chemistry. This is O'Brien's second year at Sundance in a row, and he received excellent news about 2024's Ponyboy before his latest appearance. Lauded as one of the hidden gems of the festival, Ponyboy nevertheless took a long time to find a proper distribution deal. Now that Fox Entertainment Studios' new indie label, Tideline, has finally picked it up, the bittersweet tale of an intersex sex worker on the run from the mob will finally be in theaters on June 27. O'Brien expressed his gratitude. Dylan O'Brien, "It feels amazing. That is another one that is a very dear film to me, and River, Gallo, is very dear to me. To see that moment finally come? We've been waiting. We've been waiting to find out if it was going to come out, and in what capacity. The fact that it's getting a small theatrical release is incredible. That's obviously pretty few and far between these days. You can't guarantee that, so that feels so nice. What a special film, and to have the news of that yesterday and then this today. I'm trying to soak it up." Aisling Franciosi drops key hints about Marcy's relationships in Twinless. The actor also touched on her time on The Legend of Vox Machina and Game of Thrones. Lyanna Stark in Game of Thrones. As mentioned earlier, Twinless is a movie best witnessed with as little prior knowledge as possible. But Franciosi was gracious enough to offer Screen Rant a few hints about how her character, a receptionist named Marcy, entered into the twisted story. Aisling Franciosi, "I'm not sure how much I can give away, but Marcy is a very, 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 very chipper receptionist who befriends James and Dylan's characters and then becomes romantically involved. I think she's kind of underestimated at the beginning, but she's actually a smarter cookie than you think." Aisling Franciosi, "I love working with a writer-director. He was also starring in it too, which is so impressive. But I just love the clarity of vision. He knows exactly what he wants. There's no time lost in mulling things over too much. He was really great. I love how prepared he was, how precise. He knew exactly what he wanted, had clear communication, and was also really kind and fun." Outside of her movie career, Franciosi has also played key roles in a few fan-favorite television series. Most recently, she voiced Scanlan's daughter Kaylee in The Legend of Vox Machina, which has since been renewed for Season 4. While their relationship was repaired by the end of Season 3, tensions remain when it comes to where Scanlan's loyalties lie and who his true family is. For that reason, Franciosi revealed her hope to return for another arc. Aisling Franciosi, "I would hope so. I love doing that. That show, for me, just came out of nowhere for me. I had never really done voice work before, but I love that show. It's so much fun, and I love working with that team. God, they're so talented. It's a real blast. Though Game of Thrones wrapped up several years earlier, Franciosi was also the final puzzle piece in revealing the identity of Jon Snow's mother. She played Lyanna Stark in flashbacks, but the show merely brushed the surface of her character's rich history. Given HBO's interest in future spin-offs thanks to the success of House of the Dragon, Franciosi shared that she would absolutely want to reprise the role elsewhere.